Welcome to the Dead Mom Club.
Well, Mom did it.
It's super exclusive.
Yay.
Hey. Let's do this shit, man.
We're live.
Oh. Was that a part of
great
it?
way to introduce it.
Was that a part of it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
Just for the last
Okay.
10 seconds or
Okay,
whatever.
good.
Hell yeah.
Well, thank you for having me on the Dead Moms Club podcast, you guys.
There's no S, just Dead Mom Club.
Dead Mom Club.
The club doesn't belong to our dead moms.
True.
So it would-
Dead Mom
yeah.
Club.
Yeah, Dead
Well,
Mom
they
Club.
They would at least get an attribution a little bit.
They would
Right,
in
yeah.
memoriam.
Honored.
I'm going to flip this around for you, Corey, because I know that's going to bother you if I don't.
Oh, is it still okay? Because the line stopped. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Well, now you can watch like Ross. It's his favorite thing to do.
Really?
Yeah, Ross gets hypnotized by it a lot.
Okay, yeah, no, I can see that happening to me for sure.
So, Alexa, tell us about, tell the listeners, because we know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Tell the listeners who you are.
Well, my name is Alexa Alvarez. I suppose I'm a local figure in the Daleville comedy scene. All that means is I've done like 2 shows.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. My
yeah.
mom owns Benji's Cafe in Daleville. We are a Puerto Rican fusion restaurant who does events sometimes. So I met these guys because we were doing comedy shows, and Justin's a comedian and Corey's a host.
Damn. I'm a comedian sometimes.
You know, when you want to be.
He's been a comedian his whole life.
No, I've been more the punchline. So,
Oh.
yeah.
I'm just going to take these off. We're good. All right.
So, what's the craziest thing that you've experienced when you put on a show, like when we put on a show, or you put on a show here?
Well, I'm not sure anything super crazy has gone on. Like,
You can,
No.
okay, cool.
No. Just we'll just go blood.
Blood,
slip.
Well, I
I
would
mean,
say,
if you said you could just say the night that changed comedy for the better, and
Yeah.
everybody would know what you mean.
yeah, the seismic shift in the Wiregrass area comedy community.
Yeah, it really was seismic.
That was our Britney moment.
It was several behind the scenes Britney moments as well.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's
Which included me being blamed for too many
Well, Mom did
people
it.
being here.
oh,
yeah, he
That's
really
in the
was.
audience,
Well-
not participating in the audience.
weren't they your friends? What do you?
I didn't.
Most of the people
only
that
person.
came. I mean, let's not. I'm
What'd
not
you
going to
say?
say most.
Most
Shock
of-
brought a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And some
But
people called them. What do they call them?
Well, Mom did it.
Whatever.
Oh, who called him that? But also, you know, I don't think, and I'm not specifically pointing at anybody, I don't think anybody brought their best material that particular night. So I feel like, because not, and which is, I think everybody who has performed with us and who performed that night is talented, and I've seen them do very, very well. It just,
Yeah.
you know, sometimes, and if you follow comedy a lot, you hear about just nights where like nobody's doing very well. Like,
Yeah, it was an off night.
The vibes are off. The turnout's weird.
What could have started that?
You know, something.
fucking
There was a
Aunt Jessie.
There was definitely a feeling in the air.
It was a lot thrown, especially on our side at the last minute. We didn't know. There were several comics that they weren't telling us if they were going to make it.
Yeah.
You know, one comic that said, "I want to get on." You know, so we were trying to. We were like caught up, and so by the time people got here, like I know I was super fucking tense.
Yeah. It just seemed
Yeah.
like people were a little high strung. Like,
And then we had like it wasn't just a regular show, it was like a hybrid show, and that
Yeah.
was new. And then
Yeah.
half the roast
Yeah.
battle participants didn't fucking show up, so it was a weird night all in all, and the crowd was weird.
I'd say it
and-
was.
But back to the point of like, I mean, the crowd is, and I'll admit this, like I invite a lot of people, and rarely can they make it. You know, I had like a couple people show up, or one person or whatever.
Yeah,
and-
well,
Actually,
but I'm not going to complain about.
Doing shows like this at this point that we're at, you have to bring your own audience.
Yeah,
yeah, like you have
yeah,
to
it's an
spread the word
unfortunate
yourself.
Yeah,
truth, and I'm grateful that Shock or whoever or
Yeah, it was shocking.
can bring people.
Yeah.
and that's great. You know,
Yeah.
and hopefully I'll
You know.
start getting like a bit of a following where they want to come see me because I'm on the flyer.
Yeah.
But I'm certainly not going to blame like the organizer of the show, like everybody knows how people get here. They get here because you told them and they wanted to come. Mm-hmm. So
At this point, yeah. Now there are some shows. We had a pretty decent turnout at Happy Times that only came because they saw their posts.
yeah,
But
people
no,
fuck with Happy Times, and we're gonna get the same thing happening
Yeah.
here. So
yeah, you
Yeah.
know, it's like the really early stages for
Yeah, of
this
course.
operation too. So.
So, speaking of it being a good venue and everything, what has been the biggest surprise as far as, with Benji's? Like, something you never could have imagined being an issue or happening or whatever, and then it actually, like, being an issue or happening?
I guess I just it's hard to mentally prepare yourself for inviting effectively like a bunch of strangers into your space.
Right.
When we were sort of organizing and creating this thing, we didn't know what to expect. We had all these ideas of what we wanted to do, what we wanted to create for people, like the types of things that we thought would be fun to like organize and participate in.
Right.
And then actually making that happen is very different. Like the expectations.
I imagine there's a lot of like it's kind of like with a good or a bad versus a bad comedy set, where you have an idea for something,
Yeah.
and then maybe it doesn't do as well as you thought, and then
Yeah.
you're going, was it just that night? Do we not have enough followers yet?
No,
Was
exactly.
it actually a good idea, but
Yeah.
it just wasn't? You know? What I
Yeah,
mean?
Yeah.
I felt that way the night of the talent show. I thought we were going to have way more turnout than we did here.
I remember
Yeah,
that,
and it
you
was a
know?
good show too.
It was a good show.
It was an amazing
It was
show.
one of the best shows we've ever done. But
Yeah.
there was just like 17
We'll do
people in the
another one.
audience. No, yeah, for sure. I think
I think we should put something together that is just like really like handcrafted to be like the best of the best, and
yeah, like a showcase where like all
Not
the
a
lineup is
competition.
picked up. Not a competition. A showcase where the lineup is curated. Maybe we could intersperse some musical acts too, because I think that's one thing that we haven't like fully pursued is music. Like we could have Danny perform. I know there's a band right across the street. Like the high school has a very active band program. We could involve some of them too.
the marching band.
The marching band, yeah.
Yeah.
So, not the whole. We can't have them all in here. They're not all going to be in here, but
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
some kids
No, I feel
would
you.
definitely be interested in doing something like that.
Hey, big boy. Are you getting tired of listening to
Pussy ass comedy that doesn't go far enough. Join the
Dead Mom Club.
Patreon for as little as $1 to get access to podcasts, sick comedy, and gay hot dog recipes. But wait, there's more. Weekly free episodes on Spotify and YouTube. Bonus episodes drop on Patreon. Patreon early access. Patreon.
Visit patreon.com/deadmomclub.
Well, like the club vibe of the island where Corey had the playlist between shows and stuff was pretty sweet, and but yeah,
So nothing has just like caught you completely off guard and
I
surprised
had
you.
like a guy take a shit in the middle of the floor.
Yeah.
No, not yet. But I've thought about this long and hard. I want to have cameras not pointed like into the bathroom door, or obviously, of course, not in the bathroom.
I was gonna make a joke
I'm
about
sorry.
the bathroom, and you went straight to the bathroom anyway. It's great.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But like, because I always hear these horror stories, like people work at a McDonald's and then they get paid like $7.50 an hour, and then they have to clean a bunch of shit off the walls because
Yeah.
somebody just went in there and created complete havoc. And there was even an incident at my job that I have right now.
No, that was
No.
funny. Complete havoc.
No,
It's
yeah,
pretty-
of course.
It's
Like
pretty good.
somebody just goes in and they smear shit all over the
Just
walls, or they pee all
Hiroshimas
over
the hell out of that bathroom.
So who do you think out of the group that you've worked with, which of the comics would be the first one to do that?
I don't know. Maybe if Johnny Sprinkles has a really bad night.
Just called you out, Johnny.
And he could just put sprinkles on it after he leaves.
That's
It's
his
gonna be-
signature.
I was sprinkling, and then he just like shits
like
all
the
over
Riddler.
The wall. Yeah.
The shittler.
That's his little clue.
Shittler. Oh my god.
God, the shittler strikes again.
That's disgusting. But yeah, I want to have cameras like stationed in the hallway, pointed in that general area, so
Yeah.
we know if something like that if a crime scene gets left in the
If
bathroom.
people are trying to buck in the bathroom,
yeah,
yeah.
sure.
Hey, you see that shit all the time.
On May 19th at 12:42, two of you came out of the bathroom. What do you have to say to yourself?
Dun dun. That's pretty good.
We should do that. Public trials for like personal conflicts. That couldn't go wrong for anybody.
Dude,
Well, that was kind of what the roast battle was supposed to be.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
shout out to you for definitely being the best
Oh
participant.
yeah, you won that. If you would have been in the competition, you would
Thank
have.
you.
I was sitting in that chair.
You fucking killed. I was low
Shock
key
was sitting
pissed
here,
that
and we
you.
were both laughing.
I could tell.
You cut the legs out from everybody, so
I
like,
kinda did.
nah,
But
nah.
I was hesitant about the roast battle to begin with. Like for weeks, I was like I was shittling over it for like a while.
the shittler.
Yeah. And so when it actually became time for the show, I didn't have 3 jokes for everybody. I think I probably had like 4 for you.
Yeah.
I had 1 for Corey.
The people.
who wasn't in it. I didn't have anything for. I had that one thing about Ross, and I had one thing about Jeffrey, and then I didn't even know like which other people would be there to participate, and I didn't. I
Can
had
you
basically
retell the
nothing
Ross
for them.
joke?
Ross, okay. Ross reminds me of a feral cat because he looks like a homeless pussy. Yeah.
It was good.
That
no,
worked.
that was
I'm
that
glad I opened
everybody.
with that.
Could
Like-
you hear from the back here? Could you tell that we were
No,
dying?
I was really focused on the audience. I couldn't hear,
wow.
but kind of in the recording, I could hear you guys. Like, how did that feel? I want to know. How did that?
What do you mean?
Like when I started
Oh,
going, how did
we
you?
loved it. Like,
Yeah, everybody.
was dying.
Yeah,
Like,
everybody
I mean,
was laughing.
Okay.
because he is
Jeffrey?
looks like a homeless pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Damn, why is it important that Jeff was laughing?
No,
What
I
about
just,
Flock?
I wondered what he thought.
Flock was laughing.
he was laughing
He was
hard.
freaking out. I'm not. Remember? Ooh, I'm still upset about that.
What?
I don't know. Where do you just say it? We'll fucking take it out.
Okay.
Oh, I mean, just I want a rematch
Against
Oh,
Jeffrey?
because
Justin called him out on
I think it was on the Patreon, to be honest.
on the Patreon episode and said that he feels like he could go joke for joke against Shock, roast joke, until one of them has to tap out. And he's been calling him out.
Yeah, because he had so many friends here, and like he was stumbling through. I don't know. How do you think he did? Did he beat me? That's what I'm saying. Did he beat me?
It was kind of hard to tell because I feel like
That's a yes. That's her trying to
No,
say.
in certain matchups, like zingers were gotten, but
Yeah. Well, I mean, he was literally up like Justin. He's published.
he's an Amazon self-published. Okay, that part I
That
do
wasn't even
remember
true. I mean, it is true, but it's not fully true.
Yeah, it's not like that
I'm
didn't
gonna
seem
You weren't
like,
limited just to the
Yeah, yeah,
Amazon.
yeah.
okay.
self-print.
That
I have
Amazon,
publishers and shit.
That
I've worked
Amazon
with.
self-published thing didn't feel like a roast so much as it was like a judgmental statement of fact. Like you're
Yeah.
self-published on Amazon.
It felt like he was reaching and like,
Yeah.
but he made it up right then, and then everybody was like, "Woohoo!" And I was like,
Yeah.
I had 3 pops from the crowd with my 3 jokes, and he was like, and I was like, "Today, Junior," like literally waiting on the joke, and then it was like womp, and then he won, and I was like,
Yeah.
"What?" But yeah,
I mean,
you suck, Rob.
when things
Flock.
depend on who can.
Freudian slip.
I'm sorry, I missed what you said.
He almost said you suck, Ross, and
Yeah.
then he went you suck, Ross.
Neither one of them suck, but
No, you just spent 30 minutes shitting on Shock.
yeah. No, I want
No,
to.
I've been watching. It was only like 4.
I don't know how you can decipher that shit. I still don't know, and I paid for that program
Yeah, no, I don't know. Maybe
because it's in bars.
bars. Yeah.
Yeah, we've been there before.
It's
We're
in
not gonna do it
bars.
again. Barskin.
So what is something that we have not done or you have not done here yet that you like absolutely feels like need to be done?
We need to do poetry, open mic poetry. And then I want to do, I just want to get really creative with it. I think it'd be cool to have a magic show. Like, if we
Really?
could get a magician to come in here. There's a magician that lives, like, he has a
I
local.
thought we could tell you're 18. What?
No, I'm not laughing.
it-
Before you take it the wrong way,
Yeah.
that would be cool. It's just funny to picture that there's a magician that lives around here. Like he has a
Yeah.
purple.
Oh no, it was
fucking house.
funny to me because you're young. Like Justin and I were talking about the age difference. Like, what are we going to talk about? And then the first thing you're like, I think about hiring this magician. Like it's
I wanna
at
see
someone's
that.
birthday
Good.
party.
Yeah, Titan Magic. Well, they're like Brainbusters escape rooms now, but he has like a whole magic
Yeah.
shop contingent where he does like illusions, he does
It's like,
hypnotism.
you don't understand. You got to see this little Eric Pull.
Slide
You
out.
really-
You know, yeah, he's a pretty incredible magician.
You haven't felt until you've seen.
You have not lived until you've seen this guy pull a
He
string
can
out of his
get ya.
pocket.
He's not bad. He can.
I feel you. No, I would come just to. I mean, that's all. I would
Bring
come.
your children. Your children
yeah,
would love the
they'll
magician.
come too.
What about drag shows?
Drag.
Come on, Corey. You know you're gonna laugh at that later. Just go ahead and do it now.
What?
Nothing.
Do you have
Oh,
any-
drag shows? I'm down.
Do you ever like a persona ready for?
No.
What if we did all the male comics in drag?
That would be problematic on both sides.
Really?
I think so.
Why?
How would it be problematic?
Well,
Why?
because right now the trans shit, like,
But it's
is
not
it?
trans. It's drag.
I know. Let me.
Are
hold
you
on, let me
saying it's
finish.
insensitive because we're not really like that?
Well, I think it would. I think
it's a
on One
statement to say
Direction.
that we're not afraid to do it. Would fuck it.
I think on One Direction, you know, people on the right would be like, more fucking men dressing up as women.
Yeah.
And then people on the left could be like, you're making a joke out of, you know.
Well, whatever. Just trying to have a little fun.
I think it would
I just
be.
really want to dress like a woman.
Yeah. I would. I wouldn't.
In
hate to see
public.
that. In public. Oh, as opposed to.
I just thought it would. You're right.
At your house.
You're right.
In the
the
dark
only reason
alone.
I said it is because it would be funny. You're right.
Yeah, I think it could be entertaining. I think it would have to be done tactfully.
Part of the show, like it would just be like a little thing that we plan. Like it's not like the whole show.
Maybe like you don't announce it. That would be
Right.
funny.
That's kind of what I meant.
Just
Like,
come out
We all
and
come in
drag.
here and,
and then
put on a
but
dress
wait,
or
the
whatever.
best part would be if nobody acknowledged it. I think that would have to be the key. You just go on there, you do your regular set, and you
Yeah.
act like nothing's up.
I walk out there with a beard, but I have a dress on and
Yeah.
shit, and I'm just like,
Would you like go the whole? Would you wear the wig and the makeup too?
I don't know if you can tell by
Accessorize?
looking at me, but I've definitely done weed before.
I've definitely worn khakis before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
think
would
that
do the wig and
I
the
think it would add a
makeup.
layer to your comedy for sure.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
You know, speaking of that, somebody was like, "Oh, when are you gonna bring back the guitar? I missed the guitar," and I was like, "The guitar is not a thing that I'm bringing back." Was it you said that too, didn't you?
What?
I think you did at one point.
Like I acknowledged the guitar. I forgot.
No,
what
it was like, what, when are you gonna do the guitar? Somebody asked me.
Oh,
that
when are
at
you
the
gonna
open
play the
mic.
guitar? I asked you like when.
Oh, actually play it?
Yeah, I was expecting like a.
Well,
like
I
a-
did. I
like a
came
Bo Burnham type of.
with my band that played one show. And
No,
then
that's true. That's true.
And then I quit.
These hideous nuts. That's what they've
Yeah.
been. That's what they've been referred to on the
Do you guys
podcast.
still play together?
No.
No. Did you
No.
like break up or something? Did you just have like? a
Well,
fallout?
they said that Justin was pursuing comedy and the podcast too much,
Oh.
and made
Well,
him
that is
choose.
true, but that's not.
And also, in Justin's defense, he has a lot of things that he has to dedicate his time to.
Of course.
Yeah, he's a father of two. He's a husband. Like he
Yeah.
works, and some of us, like our responsibilities are they're only limited to a little,
right.
like very little. So it's.
It was
I
a
think it was
lot of
hard.
time.
Yeah, a hard.
It
time.
was
Yeah.
several hours every weekend that I was gone, and even this is not that big of an endeavor compared to that.
To the band.
Yeah,
Yeah, because that's like rehearsal too, right? Rehearsal
Yeah.
shows. You're probably staying
Right.
late.
yeah, recording and just. I mean, it was fun hanging out with those guys. I still
Yeah.
like the guys, but I just. It just.
Do they still?
Hello.
Are they still active?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think so,
So,
but maybe.
do you think you would want to like start? Okay,
I don't know why I do that sometimes.
that's all right.
She said that like at my therapist. It's okay. All right. No, what were you asking?
Do you think you'd want to pursue something musical in the future?
Maybe. I've done that on and
You should
off
do
my
it.
whole
I mean, you could.
ever since I was 14.
She's trying to say you're not good at comedy, so you should
Oh.
do
I'm
music
not.
instead.
I think he's great at comedy.
better at guitar though,
I think you're a great joke writer.
Thank
like as
you.
far as like, I see this distinction made in comedy. Like there's storytellers, there's more personality style comedians.
Jimbo.
I was thinking like Sebastian Maniscalco.
Oh yeah. Yeah, just being that guy to
Fucking
or Bert
Chelsea,
Kreischer.
Chelsea Handler. Ugh.
Ugh.
You know who
She
Chelsea
got
Handler is?
she got some nice titties for like a 65-year-old lady.
And she's been able to ride those titties to a full career for a
Yeah,
while.
that's
now.
right.
Good
She's
for her.
never been funny, but
You know.
shout out Chelsea Handler if
What
she
were
ever
we
has a
talking
song.
about? Yeah. I'm sure she's taking time out of her very busy schedule.
She's taking notes. She's this brand new podcast.
She does kind of seem like the type of person who would like be on Twitter a lot, looking for like
Themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
shit
Or
people
looking
talk
for
about.
things to be angry about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Sounds like I did that for a reason there, but I was just clearing my throat like an idiot.
Just
But
What were we talking about?
I don't know. I was about to ask
We've
you
been
that.
talking about the
you're
venue.
a great joke writer. Like as far as like
Thanks.
formatting jokes and like actually structuring them, and I could feel that you edit them between shows. You rearrange things so you're not
Yes.
like trying the same thing that every single time. You know,
Right,
Like, you
well,
move things around.
Yeah, I told Corey if something falls completely flat, I'll just usually drop it entirely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, or you
If
add
it-
tags and like
Yeah.
recontextualize it in a different bit, and then usually after that it works.
Yeah, especially if you're trying to flow with the set a little bit, and then you're like, oh, I already have a joke. Like I'm talking about this, and that's pretty adjacent to this, and then I have this other joke that could be the bridge between those two. So it
Yeah,
starts to
exactly.
come together. The more material,
Exactly.
more
And then
material you have.
It doesn't just become 5 minutes worth of jokes like a lot of open micers have. It's
like when I started.
Yeah, no, exactly.
But that was the difference between my first time here and my second time here when I won that competition, was that I tried to make it all kind
Was
of
that
make
when you
sense
did
together.
your
Yeah.
confidence.
Yes.
Yep.
That's what I was gonna say. If you do pursue music again, and you are gonna be pursuing comedy full time.
We can talk about it because it's after the show comes out.
Oh, are you gonna post it or something?
No, Justin has he and I have been talking about
waffling
this
on doing
bit.
it or not.
Yeah, about
Saturday.
doing the bit at the April Fool's show
Where would that be?
live at Harlow's
Live at Harlow.
Yeah, the Saturday
in Ozark. It's this Saturday.
I was about to be like tell all the details, but it's already over.
Yeah,
That's our opening.
But,
But it's a grand opening.
yeah, no, that's why.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
were like,
it's all right.
no. He told me about it. He was like, dude, because that other thing's been in works for how long?
Yeah, it's been probably like
2
3 or 4
months?
months. Yeah.
Yeah.
At least, yeah. But
I hope it goes really well. But you're gonna do it there.
I was thinking about it,
I
but
think
we were.
you should. It's
That's
like
what he
it's-
was looking
it's
at
a
me for.
showstopper.
Because I told him that I don't know if it would go over well with people who don't know him versus just like his bandmates or his friends or
That's
everybody.
That's
you know.
kind of the test of the bit, right? If it can work in front of strangers, maybe you want to. There
Well, this
has
is-
to be a recording somewhere. You could look back on the bit, sort of tighten it up a little, and then take it to that like wider.
This is too
audience.
big of a show, I feel like, to try out new shit.
Yeah.
So I think everybody needs to have their greatest hits and everything.
Yeah, but
you
I
know.
mean, either I see what you're saying. Either it can like really throw off the whole show, or it can like explode the energy.
Well, my
'Cause that's what it
argument
did at the
was that
talent
it's
show.
closing the show, and I think
Exactly.
it was closing the last show too. And that's part of the reason that I writ it. Jesus Christ, I wrote it the way I did for the spot that I was going to be in and everything.
Yeah.
Because I was like, it's a whatever I said, like it's a something.
It's a closer or something.
No, I say like I really got to go because it's a punctual show or something like that. And so I just thought the whole idea of like using it as the closer for the comedy show would be good. And I'm not arguing with Corey because I see where he's coming from too.
Yeah.
But he was kind of going like, well, you don't really know if it would pop there like it did at Daleville
Right.
because Daleville had a lot of people you knew there.
It's a risk, but it could potentially pay off.
Yeah.
I guess that's between.
I mean, it was
No,
a
and
risk
I'm
the
not
first
against.
time too.
Yeah, I'm not
Mm-hmm.
against. Like, I think doing it at Happy Times, our
Yeah.
next time, would be, you try it out there and see how it goes with an audience that, that's just my thing. It's like
Yeah.
I don't want your closer to go out like nothing.
Especially like if the sound was shitty for some reason
Mm-hmm.
or like the speakers were too low, whatever it is, if I can't stop it once it starts.
Yeah, maybe it could be something where you get there, you assess the show, and if
Yeah.
you like it, then
Right.
you can have
Well,
it
that's-
back up. But then you also have your main set ready to go.
Yeah, my 7 minutes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Of hell.
So, what are you, Alexa? What do you aspire to do as far as like the entertainment side is concerned, or the creative?
I want to start my own podcast.
Hell yeah. What the hell's No.
Yeah, I really like this format. I love listening to podcasts, especially while I'm at work. I think it's.
So, which one of our episodes has been your favorite?
I know I listened to one.
Oh.
I'm sorry that I'm blanking. I've actually listened to a couple, but I did listen. The first one that you were on, actually, I really enjoyed that one.
She's like,
Oh, Dykel Muggless.
Dykel Muggless, yeah, Dead Mom.
I love listening to podcasts, but I've
Well,
only
when you were
listened to
still-
one of yours.
I was glad.
I think it was number 3 or so
number
when
3,
Corey
yeah,
came
I
on
actually,
first.
I don't. Did you have a guess on the first two?
RJ was on the second one.
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah, the second one had a call in from my buddy RJ. That was for like 10 minutes. We talked on the phone with
so
him.
I didn't really. I pick podcasts by looking for ones with the guests I'm most interested in.
Yeah,
So
I
the fact that
figured.
you were on that one. I decided to watch it. It was pretty entertaining.
Ooh.
Thanks.
Oh yeah, you're welcome.
Thanks.
Me and Floss weren't good enough on our own. We had to spice it up with Flory.
Okay.
It was
Is that, like-
actually Alexa's idea for me to join the pod full time.
what?
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Well, I was like, what?
Yeah.
So confused.
No, because you
Yeah.
said Ross and Corey wasn't good enough.
Yeah,
so, like,
yeah, I
or
gotcha.
Ross and Justin. You know,
That's not what I said.
I know. I'm just putting. I'm straw manning you right now
Yeah,
or whatever.
you're extrapolating
Yeah, on purpose
heavily
for Flomedy.
for Flomedy. Is that your thing? Flitting, fliffrent words.
Oh, well, I don't know
Yeah.
why me and Corey started doing that.
The way it was a thing that we
Specifically.
did, like, and we not that we couldn't help it. It was a thing that we did in middle school,
Oh.
where if we would mock somebody, we'd always be like, "Flo, yeah, Flilly." Like,
I still think it stems from The Sims a little
Classic.
bit.
The Sims.
Yeah, because The Sims,
the original
the
one.
way
Shout
of
out
speech that they used.
They're like,
Simlish.
"Bladasna, Blatibin." Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fla fla slada. And we thought that was the funniest thing ever. So like it would be like a mocking tone that we would use,
I
but then
see.
we would just stick with the flow, fla 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 fla.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
And now that it's like 28 years later, we just
yeah, now that I'm
Doing it.
34 years old, I'm doing
Yeah.
it again. So it's pretty cool.
Okay, nice.
My parents are proud. Well, my dad.
I'm sure your mom's proud.
my text
Probably.
notification ringtone
She
is
would be.
Justin going flinks.
'Cause we said something at the same time on one of the episodes, and I was like flinks, and we both died laughing. Is it on right now?
Yeah.
I'm gonna text you because it's silly.
Oh wait, hold on. No, it's not.
All right, well,
It's not on right now.
it's all good, dude.
Okay, go ahead.
This is so. You know what?
Flinks.
All right, well, I got a question for you.
So stupid, man.
So, are you actively going to pursue being a comic?
Well, that's been my one and only goal since I've been about 7.
I guess that was a dumb question because your mom told me that's why she built this place.
Yeah, well, that's really why we pursue the stage so hard, because I
Right.
wanted to do it. I feel pretty
Hell
lucky,
yeah.
honestly. I hope
I
people
wasn't
don't think I
thinking-
take that for granted. It's like a once in a lifetime, like completely unique opportunity.
Yeah. Well,
What was your? Did you?
I basically just said, are you going to actively pursue being a comic? Which is
Yeah.
a dumb question because that's.
Yeah,
I
well,
already
I'm
knew
gonna
that.
build. I'm gonna build what I can here. I've come to the realization that I don't think like full time touring stand up comedy is exactly what I want to do with my life, because I didn't understand what like being a full time comedian was when I was like 7 years
it's a
old.
grind.
Yeah, it's not really what I'm like looking to do. So I definitely want to have like a creative endeavor, but I also want to
Yeah.
work with my hands and stuff. And I don't want to be tied into these like 360 like exploitative contracts, and I don't want to be like dependent on like my public favor in Hollywood. Like I don't want to have
Yeah,
to,
I feel that.
sort of like hold my hands out for other people's attention. I just want to build something that I can like keep going by
if they show
myself.
up and support it, then that's great. And
Yeah.
if not, then keep on moving.
Exactly.
I mean,
exactly.
Louis C.K. built his whole career based on that
True.
mindset. He just got. I wouldn't say lucky because he's very, very good.
Mm-hmm.
To me, I think he's the GOAT. That's just me.
He is very good. He was actually one of my favorites.
I'm
when I was, like,
serious.
9,
Corey,
10.
you keep making faces all you want.
That's a hot take.
How do you feel
Really?
about Louis C.K.?
He's got to be my number one. If not,
He probably lands like 2 out of every 5 jokes he makes to me.
Seriously?
Yeah.
What? No, he's so good. He's a great writer. Like, and the way that he.
I mean, Corey can have his own opinion about it.
Okay, sorry, I'm not
but
trying to argue with you.
no, I'm not saying you can't. Like, it's just I've told him this a million times, and he's.
Okay.
I mean,
okay, I'm not going to rehash this, then, but Louis C.K. is one of the best.
He just doesn't, he don't really do it for me.
how
As
many
far as
specials have
modern
you
comedy
tried
goes?
for real?
I've seen every one that he had on
Okay.
Netflix because he hosted SNL one time,
Yeah.
and his monologue during SNL was pretty good.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I was like, well, maybe I'm not giving him enough credit,
I would say maybe you'll come over sometime and we can talk about it. Because I've got Sorry, and I've got all his shit on his that I, bought
actually
on
just
his
listened
website.
to Sorry.
Sorry, and then what's the one that came out most recently? Sincerely Sorry, and then the one that came out most recently are like the probably the best ones.
I don't.
He just
remember.
gets better and better. But I hear you. Like some of the old stuff, it is a little hit or miss.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know the way he can just be so irreverent and just ridiculous and still
like
land.
absurd, but still very like poignant and dark. And it just seems like he knows exactly what he's trying to do. And
Like
he
I
just
was
does
telling
it.
Corey about the one about the. Have you heard the one about the recycling? About how they all have these different shapes. And he's like, you got to put like the square stuff in the square hole, and this stuff in this hole. And he's like, I'm standing here with a dead baby. I don't know what the fuck to do with it. You know, like he
Yeah, where
opened a
it's
show
like,
with that, and I
you
was
know,
like, that's pretty good. But
Like he can catch you off guard, but he can also lead you to like a very interesting sort of conclusion where you don't even
Yeah.
agree with him, but you're like, you know what, that guy is he's just doing himself.
yeah, well, he does himself in front of people a lot.
Oh wow!
I'm glad you said. I was cooking that one. I was.
yeah.
Just trying to figure out where to slip that in.
That was a happy accident for me because I wasn't even going to bring it up.
No, yeah, I got.
That's what he
brings it up.
referred to it as, was a happy accident.
Hell yeah. He did ask for their permission every time, from what I understand. It's a weird situation. It'd be like if we were in here and okay. Actually, I'm not going to
Well-
go there.
Justin, please.
Well,
Sorry, I know I picked you up in the car and everything, and
You know how you asked me if there's anything I didn't want to talk about?
Well, just so you know,
I wasn't gonna say this
it's not happening.
because I didn't think I would have to.
I promise it's not.
Okay,
I
cool.
just said what I was thinking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Inside thought, Justin.
so I think it's important to point out to those that are new to
Dukes and
Elixa
Brun.
that she does not. She is not a member of the Dead Mom Club.
I'm
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
My mom is
Boo.
alive, and I love her so very much.
She's
She
cool.
gets to hug her.
She's the best woman.
I got to hug her today.
Yeah, I hugged her too.
Oh, that's nice.
I was like,
Yeah.
that's why I had to go to the
Doesn't my
bathroom
mom-
immediately after so I could wipe my tears.
Oh.
That was not what I thought you were about to say.
Oh my
boy.
god! I was like, dude, you're not about Louis C.K. my mom.
No, come on, guys. Nobody's giving me enough credit today.
Are you kidding me?
Bro, you.
What? Well, we were talking about dead moms. That's why I said
Okay.
that I had to go to the bathroom after I hugged her mom because I can't hug mine.
No, your
I
mom
was
is.
All right.
Your mom is pretty fucking dope.
She gives great hugs.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, professionally, like, all around it, your mom's pretty fucking
she's a
dope.
great-
Good people.
Yeah, definitely.
IPA.
I'll show her this part
What?
of the podcast so she doesn't have to listen to the rest of it.
Yeah. Shout out Zolma.
We always
Shout out her in like almost
Yeah,
every
and
episode,
I-
or this place.
almost every time I always say, yeah, we'll be at Zolma's, and then I got to be like, Benji's Cafe.
I
We
mean,
always say
same thing.
Zolma's when we're in
Zol-
group chat.
I mean, this is her place.
Yeah.
It's just got his name on it. Like Colonel
Yeah.
Sanders. He's not the one making the chicken.
right.
It's probably his wife.
Oh, I thought you meant Benji wasn't making the chicken.
Benji's not. We would never let Benji make the chicken, and that's a promise.
No, I mean, you probably.
Man, Benji could probably make the best.
Yeah, I was
chicken in
about to
the
say, you
world.
could probably do the chicken.
Yeah. Okay.
Who does do the chicken? Shout them out.
Well, if we're talking pinchos,
Yeah.
I'm not sure who seasons them, but I know Papote. He's the one outside on the grill. He kind of
Yeah.
looks like my dad. It's not weird.
Why did you
then-
say that?
He kind of looks like my dad
You said it's not weird.
because it is a little weird.
Oh,
when I see
okay,
him.
okay.
I'm glad it wasn't just me that thought that the other night.
What?
That he looked like your dad.
Who do you think
Or
my
not-
dad is?
not
It looks
your
like
dad,
everybody's
never mind.
dad.
Danny?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Does he not look like everybody's dad a little
I
bit?
just.
All right.
Yeah, if your dad's like a Puerto Rican bald old man.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
Well, yeah.
there you go. No, he's. Woo! All right. I need some DP.
oh, jeez.
No, but I was just gonna say to you that like if I was you, if I was as young as you and I was interested in comedy, that I know you don't want to be a touring comic or whatever, but like whatever you want to do artistically, definitely apply yourself now and don't stop.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing is don't
Because
stop.
Nobody told me that, and I kind of I would take years off, and then I would like write a few books, and then I'd take years off, and then I'd be in a band, and like I just wish that somebody had told me because I
like
was
focus.
I was into comedy when I was like 10. I was watching George Carlin and crap. so,
George
like,
Carlin is the best. You know what? Actually, I think I might have something for the podcast, you guys. I was asking everybody at my job, like 5 or 6 people. I asked every single person that works there if they knew who George Carlin was and if they gave a shit about him. Everybody said no and no. Who the fuck is that? And I was like, he's the best. He's like the father of modern comedy besides Richard Pryor. Like he had an
Yeah.
extremely active career for decades. He's one of
Yeah.
the most like sharp, witty, concise, accomplished comedians that has ever existed. and
Don't watch the HBO documentary if you
Yeah.
feel that way.
Yeah.
Because they
American
did him
Dreams?
dirty.
What do you mean?
It just wasn't. It wasn't a triumphant like.
It portrays him as somebody
it portrays
who
him as
sold
a
out.
whiny bitch.
No, well,
Like,
no.
Well, no,
Are you talking about the new one, Dreams or something? American Dreams?
Yeah.
I thought that was a great comedy. Like, I thought that was a great documentary because it actually showed him as like a person. It showed,
Yeah.
It showed his triumphs. It showed his flaws. It showed
I agree.
his struggles
I just
with
think
addiction.
it left the way they left us with a terrible taste in our mouth.
Well, it came across to me like, and I've fucked with Carlin for years.
Yeah,
but it came
big
across
fan.
to me that he sold out in order to appeal to the college crowd.
You know, and
that wasn't
maybe
him
for a
at all
time that's what he
before-
did. But then it showed how he like divested from that and like approaching the 90s, he totally switched it around. He started creating some of the best comedy we've ever seen. I don't know if you've watched George Carlin from like the 60s
Yeah.
to I say the late 80s. It's not very good. It's not something. It's not
well,
the
you're
best.
talking about the Johnny Carson type shit that he was doing.
Yeah, the Johnny Carson, the
Yeah.
sort of the you know the maybe.
I
hippie
think she's
college
actually
crowd type
kind of
stuff.
right because most of his best specials were in the 90s.
Yeah, most of his best specials were in the 90s,
But-
and then the work he did in the years leading up to his death, it was some of the best comedy that's ever existed.
and some of the worst.
And
Hot take. When like I noticed it because they showed this in the doc,
Mm-hmm.
but like when they were talking about how like I'll never forget when he was shitting on people who have to take a water bottle everywhere they go. Mm-hmm. He's like, oh, now we gotta have water. We gotta take so gotta have my
Yeah.
water, and and I'm like, dude, everybody does that. Like you
no,
sound
yeah, I
like
know,
such a
but
fucking
It's pretty interesting.
old guy.
He is a very. He was
That kinda
born in.
shit.
He was born in 1933.
Yeah. No,
Duh.
I'm just saying when he got older, it was like clearly like he was just bitching about stuff at some
Mm-hmm.
point, but and the doc didn't.
I think they
Hold
acknowledged
back.
that he
Yeah.
just sort of
Yeah.
embraced being the old man that bitches about everything.
Yeah,
He's an old. What did he say? He's an old fuck, not an old fart.
yeah.
Have you ever noticed
yeah, exactly.
that all the people who are against abortion are people you wouldn't want to fuck in the first place?
Yeah, exactly. And he had some very like
He
poignant.
opened
takes
a
on
show
that.
with that shit.
Yeah.
Opened a special with that line.
I know. I've seen the
So
specials.
That's a good one.
You know, I think he was great.
He was great in Cars.
amazing, but he was also very flawed, and I appreciated how the documentary illuminated that. Because if you go in YouTube comment sections or George Carlin fan forums, they're not going to be like, let's talk about some of the more nuanced aspects of maybe his failings or his
Yeah.
shortcomings as a person, as a comedian, as a performer, as a father. As a
Right.
man who was obviously very much in love with his wife, but who possibly didn't do the best job in caring for her personal needs because most of their relationship was built around making him able to succeed.
Right,
And then
yeah.
she sort of fell to the wayside.
Which is
when
a
he met.
it's a
Yeah.
tale as old as time. It's just like Walk Hard, not Walk Hard. Damn it, dude! Help me walk the line.
Walk the Line. I'm not sure I've ever seen that.
It's a Johnny Cash movie.
Oh.
There was a few years where they were making really good biographical music movies. 'Cause you had Ray, you had
Yeah.
Walk the Line.
Okay.
The Elton John one was all right. The
Oh.
Queen one was good. I really
Yeah, I
liked
watched
the Queen, one.
I did not like the, from what I perceived it as, is Freddie Mercury was flat out gay.
Yeah.
And they were kind of trying to leave it to you to understand.
Yeah.
Freddie Mercury self-identified as bisexual. I think he was attracted to women and probably was with women for many years.
I get what he's saying though. They shouldn't have been sugarcoated it so much.
And that was
because I guess, but it might mirror real life because I've had so many people older than me, like my parents' age people say I had no idea.
well, that's just
And
ridiculous.
it's yeah, a little bit.
That's absurd.
That's like saying
that's my
Elton
thing is
John.
because he's very much like an icon in the
Yeah.
in the community that I would it was the rare chance that or the rare incident in which Hollywood was not super woke.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that would be something that you would
do you
be
mean?
not.
He's saying that they didn't take the chance to
not to
drill
exploit it, but,
equality
to-
down your throat.
To show the nitty-gritty of Freddie's gay.
Yeah, I wanted
Yeah.
to see him butt fuck somebody. So
I thought
Well,
they
there's
did.
websites for that.
No, I'm pretty sure they did show some of that.
Well, yeah, he was with men. I don't remember how explicit.
Not
watch it. years
not
ago.
like what you're talking about, but literally humping. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
It's pretty
he
cool.
Was with men. I mean,
Yeah.
I think they had to keep it to a certain way. I didn't watch the Elton John one, but from what I heard, they
haven't
were
either.
a little more explicit with his like
They're
relationship.
both
with men.
legends to me.
I was obsessed with Freddie Mercury in the 5th grade. I once smushed a cupcake into a girl's face because she said that Freddie Mercury sucked.
Hell yeah. Take
No,
that, bitch.
I'm not a hero in that story. I'm just kind of a piece of shit.
I mean, she won't ever say that shit again.
She probably won't.
Unless
Lily
she's like
gets
really
hungry.
fat and she just
Yeah.
wants a fucking cupcake.
That's what okay.
Lily DeMarco, if you're listening to this, I'm sorry, but don't you ever say that shit again.
No, slip it.
You're been
No,
called
leave
out.
that in. Leave that in.
I'll leave it in. I will leave it in.
So you said nothing was off topic here before
Okay.
we.
Yeah, sure. Proceed.
All right, so I'm just going to ask you: Are you straight, bi, lesbian?
I
Just
know.
what-
I
so
know
we-
the list. I self-identify. I don't know. I guess.
And then we'll tell you our percentages.
Wonderful. That's good. We should all put ourselves on the Kinsey scale. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so the Kinsey scale it's like the Kinsey scale of sexuality.
Yeah.
For men and women, it's like, 0 to 6, I am only attracted to members of the opposite sex. 6 is I'm only attracted to members of the same sex.
Okay, so what number are you?
6 is your only.
Attracted to the opposite sex.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, maybe like a 2.
All right.
Yes, a soft 3. I don't know.
A soft 3.
I'm like, I haven't
That's
really.
me.
Oh, jeez.
No,
Good. I'm glad you're comfortable with yourself.
No, I was just curious because like I've noticed the headband that you wear sometimes,
that was a gift from my sister.
and then the umbrella you had today.
we're
Like,
not hating at all, though.
no. Yeah,
Not at
I
all.
was
I can
curious.
explain those, however. The headband, bandana sort of thing that I wear is from my sister. She got it from Burning Man, I think. So
Oh,
it's
that's
like a very
cool.
sentimental gift. It's one of my
Where does she live?
prized possessions. She's in Florida,
Okay.
in Orlando,
Oh.
that area.
Cool.
She's pregnant with her first baby.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
is
What's
this
her-
going to be
give her a shout
your?
out.
Is this going to be your first?
No, my other
Niece or
sister,
nephew?
Jelixa, who I was named for, she already has a son.
So she must have been so cool that your mom wanted to.
I'm kidding.
I don't know. She's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Well, I guess I wondered because I thought that I thought you had a thing with blow slot flipping. Lev. Remember when I was messing with you? Like, hey.
Yeah, I do remember that.
He's
I
pretty
guess I
open
can
right
see
now.
why you said that.
We thought.
Yeah. No, he's just he's a cool dude though.
That's not. I guess I don't know. When I want to be friends with people, I can be a little excited. I guess, but
No, I
I'd
shouldn't
never
have-
wanted to like.
I shouldn't have put that off on you.
Basically,
like it
I
was-
just want to know, like, if there are women in the like audience whenever I'm doing shows.
We need a gay comic.
Are you competition for me or
We need
like?
it.
No, I'm 18 years old. I don't think we're going for the same women.
Oh, she
Okay.
said you ain't pulling none that I get.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
that's
like,
a good point.
Well, also, I don't have a dating history. I've never.
Yeah.
That's not.
Not sure what
Not
you
really
want.
something I'm focused on right now.
I hear you.
You know.
Yeah,
Smart.
like what Justin was
Smart.
talking about, not stopping. Pursuing your.
Never stop, never stopping.
Yeah. Not for a person, not for.
Come on.
Shut the fuck up, man. No, but don't. And I recommend like not putting yourself into situations that could. Like I was really starting to find myself as an artist when my son was born, and I took a break from it, and then and I would never change it for anything. But if he could have, I often wonder what would have happened if I didn't stop those years.
I did the same thing with that band. Back then we were called Earth to Alaska, and
Was that the one where you're wearing like black shirts with red ties?
no, jeez, you
sorry.
went far back.
I was
Wow.
on everybody's Facebook.
That was Kicking Pandora. Damon was in that
Like the
band with
box?
me. Yeah.
like you were kicking the box.
No, so the logo, it was a
Giggity.
punk band, and the
Ew.
logo was Pandora, so a chicken, like a Greek chicken, like a, what do you call that? Like with the sandals, the white thing,
Like a toga?
Yeah, she was wearing a toga and holding a treasure chest type box, and there was a foot coming out hitting her in the face.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's like worse than what I was imagining.
Yeah, it was pretty bad, but she opened the box, so she reaps the it's her fault.
Who gave her the box though? A fucking man. Let's talk about that, huh?
Yeah.
Why is it called Pandora's box? She's just the one that fucking opened it. Zeus gave it to her.
Yeah, it's just a story. She said,
I think we have to give y'all something. So we're like, here, we'll just name this box.
It's
out.
like talking
Yeah.
about Adam and Eve. Like,
Box
she's reaching
full of my
for
worst
the apple.
qualities. You're welcome, my beloved.
She's going to take a bite of the apple.
She's gonna breathe on it first.
You don't get the...
Oh wait, no, is that the Family Guy?
Yeah.
episode? Yeah, no, I know exactly. That was one of my favorite episodes.
Randy
Y2K.
Newman. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the deal? They had to leave town and like...
No, it's because this chicken gave Peter Griffin a coupon that's like, it expires in a couple days. You need to take this because the world's about to end. And then Y2K happened.
Hell yeah.
It like, can you tell I watched this a lot when I was like 9?
Yeah. We did too.
Nice. So Peter Griffin
Not at 9,
like buys all this freezer dried food for his family, and he's like, by the way, guys, the world's about to end. And then they're
Yeah.
prepping for that, and then the world does end, and then they have to like abandon Quahog and go to this sort of like far off,
Yeah.
isolated
Dystopian,
area.
Well, I remember that
no,
they
it
were trying
wasn't
to
a
eat the
dystopia.
apples.
It was just like a desert until they made it a dystopia.
Oh,
They gave
yeah.
Stewie tentacles. He was laying a bunch of eggs. And
Oh, yeah. I did. It's so weird.
yeah, and they melted all the guns down to create like an irrigation system, and then they needed the guns for Stewie's cursed offspring.
You're going full Ross on this episode.
Damn.
Sorry.
That's pretty good pull, though.
Yeah, was that also the one where the guy goes, "Show me potato salad"?
Yeah, like the
They're doing
Mad
the-
Max Road Gang of Family Feud.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was a good.
that was a good episode.
You guys ever seen the South Park where they do Wheel of Fortune?
I'm not that into South Park.
All
Not
right.
as much as I was in a Family Guy.
Look it up later.
I have.
Just look it up later. Don't play it in a crowded restaurant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's watching South Park in a crowded restaurant? How antisocial do you think I am?
Bro, you just told us you weren't dating nobody.
That doesn't mean I'm antisocial.
Pretty
It
much
just means
just
I'm not
focusing
dating
on
anybody.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's smart. What was I doing at 18? I
Sorry.
don't remember.
Nobody's
Working at AutoZone.
working at
Get in the
AutoZone.
zone.
When
I
I
was
was
working
18.
at Little
Hot
Caesars
toe.
a couple years ago.
Tone. We can bleep this out, but this is.
Okay, well, looks like you're gonna get a lot of
Oh, yeah, I've seen this online.
annoying you. Audience, keep quiet.
This is terrible.
10 seconds.
I know it, but I don't know if I should say it.
5 seconds. All right, I'd like to solve the puzzle.
Both mom did.
Damn. Block bus flipping.
No, I have seen that.
I can't believe they went for it. Like,
I can't believe it's South Park.
jeez. I mean, it is funny. Like, I bet black people think that's pretty funny. Like,
Let's ask them.
yeah. Hello.
Excuse me, sir.
There's none here.
Yeah.
Just like the other night. Okay. All right. Have
So,
yeah.
so what is something that you get that Benji's has coming up that you want to plug or promote or like
Yeah, perfect.
really shine some light on?
Well, we do have the open mic comedy. I believe it's April 13th. And then we want to have it, sorry, not open mic comedy, open mic poetry,
Mhm.
April 13th. And then we want to have it every recurring second Saturday, just so people can sort of get up. I don't think it'll stay strictly poetry if we're doing it that often. It'll probably be just more like an open performance
mic,
space,
yeah.
to, like for people to work stuff out. You know, it could be like musicians,
acoustic guitar, yeah,
comedians,
whatever.
poets.
For sure.
Maybe skits. We could put some skits in there. Oh, that's something else I want to pursue. Skits.
Yeah.
I want to
we
write a
talked
play.
about that.
Oh, well, y'all got to play coming here.
We do.
Yeah.
We do. I've never met like a person who's like written and organized.
Yeah, what's that play called?
directed. The Death of a Starlet. That's something else I should probably plug, huh? It is
Yeah.
coming up in a week.
Those are not Charlotte you to do.
Oh, sorry.
When is that play gonna premiere?
It's going to be April 4th at the Dothan Public Library
All right.
at 5:30 p.m.
I don't know
And
why I
then
those here.
It's going to be. It is going to be
They're
here.
moving.
Oh,
Like, 3
okay.
weekends.
That's what's
We're
up.
touring. We're a touring play.
So April 4th
off
is a
Broadway.
Tuesday.
April 4th is a Tuesday, yeah.
I believe this episode will come out the day before that.
Oh,
I
exciting.
believe.
And then if you miss it, well, you can come to Benji's Cafe. More information will be posted on our Facebook about dates and times for that.
Yeah,
There's
follow
multiple,
Benji's
I
Cafe,
I believe there's going to be
the
a
Pincho
couple.
Place.
The Pincho Place.
And then what
Shout
about
out to
the
Kyle for not being able to say that word to save his life.
The Pincho place?
No, he couldn't even.
Pintos.
The Poncho place?
Can I get
Pioneer
Can I get a poncho?
Pulitzer Prize.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what about the all women comedy show you guys have coming up?
Yeah, I'm really terrible about this. My mom probably knows all this stuff, but I'm not on Facebook like that.
She's
I think
probably
it's on May
listening right now,
13th.
It's going to be like a funny girls comedy night, so I don't expect any of you to show up.
Are women allowed, or is it just girls?
It's going to be women.
I stole that from Justin.
Yeah, because I said, "Oh, funny girls show. We should have a funny boys show."
No, when you were like,
That's been like all the show.
when you
I
were
know
like, somebody
it's
should.
more about the fact that it's funny to say like funny boys. You know what I mean?
Boys.
Because like people like
'Cause
the
the joke
collective
was
of
that-
girls
yeah.
is more widely used to include women. Really,
It was,
even though it's, I'm not gonna say it, but
even though what?
well,
Say it, Justin.
huh?
Say it, Justin.
Oh, I was just gonna say that I'm cool with whatever y'all want to call it. What I'm trying to say is, I feel like it could be seen by women as somewhat degrading. It's like if guys said like, "Oh, we're having a girl show," it's like, but okay, are you not following me at all?
What do you mean?
Oh God,
Let's really dig into this.
it's pretty simple. You guys are having an all-female show.
Yeah.
That's what I would have called it.
All-female comedy night. That
Yeah.
sounds
that kind of
sounds
sexualizes
degrading.
it. Yeah.
That sounds degrading.
Yeah.
All-female comedy night.
Okay, so are we trying to act like saying girls to talk about
But
women
girls
is not?
isn't degrading. It's like
No, I think what
girls are doing
Justin
the show.
what Justin's saying is this kind of ageist or whatever.
Ageist?
Like not ageist, but you don't
I've
think
heard
of,
women say, now you may have been 6 years old when I've heard this, but I've heard plenty of women say like, I'm a woman, I'm not a girl. Don't call
But-
me a girl.
but then Shania Twain that goes, "Come on, girl."
I
Let's
know.
go, girls.
I know,
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
You know,
Universally,
I guess it depends
but
on-
it's more about the fact that it's funny.
I think it depends
to
on
switch
who
it to
it's-
boys.
I think it depends on who it's coming from. Because I think if a woman calls another grown woman,
Yeah, let's have a girls'
girl,
night. Sure,
let's
I
have
get
a
that.
girls' night, girls' trip, girls' shopping.
Yeah.
No boys allowed. It's a girls' day.
He's saying men couldn't do it because
Yeah.
we want to be men, we don't want to be boys.
But if a
Yeah,
man
I
was
have
like,
a joke about that too, about how like if like about my 8-year-old looking up naked girls, and I was like, that's to me, if you think about it, like a man might Google that, meaning women.
Of course.
But if anybody Googled naked boys, there's no. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
boys is always adolescent, but girls is more
That's what
like
I'll.
universal.
It's more about my
Okay.
comedic brain. It's not me trying
No.
to shit on y'all. It's just
No,
me going
yeah, that
like,
makes sense.
oh, that's funny because if we, yeah, that's
Yeah,
how my
boys
mind
always
works.
refers to adolescent boys.
Yeah.
Or a man that you're trying to degrade.
That's why I put it in my joke. Like, imagine if he had Googled naked boys. Like, they would just come knock down my door and be like, "Get that son of a bitch."
because they would think it was cheese pizza.
Yeah,
oh. Clever.
CP. Yeah.
I think with that being said, Dead Mom Club.
Whoa, is that how we're ending it?
Yeah.
No, let's.
That's normally the gimmick, is like we say something controversial and then
Oh.
it.
Oh, jeez.
Do
You
we-
know Andrew
no.
Santino?
Yeah.
He has a way better way of ending his shows.
Oh.
Please tell us more how we can improve ourselves.
It's just like.
Shout out Ross.
Well, let's not do it now because now we're ripping him off. But he's like, say one word or phrase, the first thing that comes to your mind. Just look at the camera. That's how we're going to end the show. And
Oh, yeah.
go. And
Whiskey
then some-
Ginger. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen him do
It's a
it.
good podcast.
Yeah. All right, Alexa, say one word or phrase, the first thing that comes to mind. And go. All right.
Yeah. 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 Yo, get it twisted. This rap shit is mine. Mother X gon' give it to ya. Fuck, wait for you to get it on your own. X gon' deliver to ya. Knock, knock, open up the door, it's real. With the non-stop pop out and stainless steel. Go hard, getting busy with it. But I got such a good heart that I make a motherfucker wonder if he did. Damn right, and I do it again. I am like so I got to win. Break bread with the enemy. No matter how many cats I break bread with, I break who you sending me. You motherfuckers never wanted nothing but your life saved. Bitch, and that's on a life day. I'm getting down, down. Like a nigga said, freeze. The whole be the one ending up on his knees. Bitch, please. If the only thing you can't steal was came out to play, stay out my way, motherfucker. We gonna rock, till we gonna roll.